Very good morning, Jai Shri Krishna Guru. Wishing you all a very happy new year. I hope you had a wonderful time with your family and friends. And thank you for joining Sri Guru Charitra Parayan. We begin the new year with a big bang. I hope we both evolve on the path of spirituality by starting Sri Guru Charitra. That's the most wonderful way to begin our spiritual journey. So thank you once again. Let us begin today's beautiful lesson. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Om Shri Saraswataya Namaha, Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sri Guru Charitra, first chapter, Vision of Sri Guru Nath. This is going to be a very small chapter, but we'll begin today with this chapter. Saraswati Gangadhara begins with invocation prayers for divine grace to endow on him merit and strength to be able to successfully compile the sacred Guru Charitra, the glorious account of the divine incarnations of Lord Sri Dattatreya, who is Sripada, Sri Vallabha and Sri Narasimha Saraswati. Namdharak, an ardent devotee of Sri Narasimha Saraswati, sets out for Ganagapur for the Darshan of the holy padukas. Tired and exhausted, he fainted on the way. At this time, Guru Nath appeared before him in a dream and blessed him. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswataya Namaha, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guru, the spiritual preceptor, is himself Lord Brahma, the creator of the cosmos. Guru himself is Lord Vishnu, the sustainer of the cosmos. Guru himself is Lord Maheshwaraha, who absorbs unto himself this creation at the end of each cycle. And verily, the Guru himself is absolute and supreme Godhead. And unto that Guru, I offer my total obeisance. To transcribe into finite language, in the confines of limited vocabulary, the infinite glory and effulgence of Guru Dattatreya, the unified manifestation of the Supreme Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwaraha, is an impossible task for any. Even the Vedas failed and beat a retreat. But even so, if at least a small and single ray of the supreme effulgence of the Godhead can be captured, that is enough to redeem the world. And through divine grace, the impossible becomes possible to some or to a little extent at least. What is Namdharak saying here? He's saying the divine glories of the great masters is very important to listen and also to narrate. We need to understand the teachings that they have imparted to us. Why do they manifest in the first place? When we were doing Sai Satcharitra, Sai Baba had very beautifully explained that Guru is a tattva. It's an essence, it's a principle which manifests. It dons a body, it dons a garb. Why? Because the Guru manifests so that they can impart the knowledge about the supreme truth. They can put the path, to the devotees and the disciples. They can show the path. They can put them on the path of spirituality and to establish Dharma, to ensure they bring back the unrighteous on the righteous path. That is why the Guru manifests. Please understand, the Guru is an essence. It's a tattva. Tattva means it's a principle, it's an essence. So the unmanifest principle manifests into a form. So, and not just that, right? There are different manifestations of different kinds of gurus. When I say kinds, the same divine, and I will give you an example why I'm saying what I'm saying. Say here, Dattatreya. He's a supreme master. So he's then master of he's the Trinity, right? He's a supreme master where he is himself the Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwaraha. So he has got all the three different powers within him. Rather, he is everything, yet we are giving a description. And as we evolve on this spiritual journey, and as we progress, you will understand Lord Dattatreya's life story. How did he come to be? The Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. What is the genesis about his incarnation as the Trinity, the Supreme Master? So all that is very beautifully explained, and we'll wait for that. So coming back, the reason why the Guru manifests is to establish Dharma, is to pull the devotees and disciples on the path of bhakti and put them on the path of the spiritual path which they have to evolve. That is the only purpose why they incarnate or manifest time and again. This is a very important lesson, and most important also, only those devotees whose Ishta is a particular Guru. An example could be, if you are a devotee of Sai Baba, or your Ishta is Sai Baba, or your Ishta is Dattatreya, or your Ishta is Swami Samarth. So you will have to hold on to that Guru. That is the manifestation whom you will look forward to. Similarly, an example, my Krishna Guruji, when we address him as Krishna Guruji, he's the manifestation of Lord Sri Krishna himself. So only those devotees and disciples whose Ishta is that, like Lord Sri Krishna, they will come to him. And please understand, and my Guruji will always say to everybody, right? He says, whosoever is your Ishta, you have to just follow them. But teachings can be got from everybody. And every Guru gives the same lessons in a different manner, that which is palatable to you. So you will accept certain teachings from a certain master. So, but you need to have that one Guru who is going to put you on that path and guide you through your spiritual wheel. And like Sai Baba has mentioned, only the Niyat Guru, means the real master, who can give you the experience of Parabrahma alone, is there here for you to follow. So when you meet such a Guru, you need to make that effort to follow him. Hold on to his feet. Never ever leave your master. The only way to attain God realization is through your Guru alone. Guru is the doorway to God. Please remember this. There is no other reason why the Guru manifests. The only way for spiritual wheel is through Guru alone. Without a Guru, you cannot have God realization, which means you cannot redeem from the cycle of birth and death. You cannot overcome your karma. That is why the Divine Lord Almighty continuously keep manifesting on this planet, so that they can pull their devotees and disciples out of the material worldly existence. To transcribe, okay, we finished this. Namdharak invokes for divine grace. Saraswati Gangadhara, that is Namdharak, the blessed devotee of Datta Avatar, Sri Narasimha Saraswati, before setting out to write the sacred Guru Charitra, the life story of the Avatar, invokes the grace of Lord Ganesha. Without Lord Ganesha's grace, nothing can be achieved. He is Mangal Murti, the embodiment of all the auspicious attributes and the abode of all auspiciousness. He is most easily pleased, responds instantaneously, and bestows his grace ever readily on whosoever calls out to him. He makes the impossible possible. With his grace and help, the sage Vyasa could compose the incomparable and monumental Mahabharata. Saraswati Gangadhara extols Lord Ganesha, saying, "You are the remover of all obstacles. You keep your large fan-like ears always waving. The airwaves produced thereby drive away all the obstacles in the path of your devotees. In your stomach rests all the worlds, and that is why you are extolled as Lambodhara. Even all the gods have to worship you alone first, before undertaking any of their divine tasks. I pray to you to bless this venture of mine and help me through." So most important, before you commence any, good anything new you commence, or you want to do something very auspicious, or you're venturing into something important, you have to always first take Lord Ganesha's blessings. Why? He's the remover of all obstacles, so that there will not be any obstacle on the path of your journey or whatever that you might want to achieve. So if the path is cleared and you can progress smoothly. Next, Saraswati Gangadhara invokes the grace of Mother Saraswati, the bestower of all knowledge and wisdom. He prays, "You are the mother of all the Vedas. Without your grace, man cannot pronounce even a syllable. You are the life force behind the sound. You are the indweller in all the fourfold aspects of sound, viz. Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama and Vaikhari. From the subtlest to the grossest expressions of sound, I beseech you to bless me and help me in this venture of mine." Very true again. We have to next worship Ma Saraswati. Why? She's the goddess of knowledge. The words that comes from this body as well, it is her grace. She's the Ma, she's the Vedas. The syllable is written because of her. She's the goddess of knowledge. So without her grace, we will not be able to expound, or even like Namdharak says, we'll be able to write these words of beautiful life story of Lord Dattatreya. The words are of the Guru's wisdom. They choose the instrument to get their life story written. Likewise, in Sai Baba's Poti, we read about how Hemad Pant, that is Dabolkar, was a chosen instrument, and Baba got his life story, that is Sat Charitra, written through him. Similarly, in every manifestation of these great saints and the Guru, they have a chosen one. Somebody becomes an instrument and they get their leelas written through them, their life stories, because that becomes a very important medium for the teachings and the lessons to be carried forward for the future generations, so that those ardent devotees who are the seekers of the spiritual truth will get the knowledge from these life stories of theirs. So, Ma Saraswati is very important to be worshipped before we begin anything. Saraswati Gangadhara next prays to the Trimurtis and to Sri Dattatreya. He prays, "O Lords, you are the primeval Gurus. You are the ones who incarnated in the Kali Yuga as Sri Narasimha Saraswati to redeem people from their ignorance and their ills. With full faith that you alone are going to stir me through this colossal venture, I am setting out upon this task. It is like the child trying to catch the moon by stretching out its hand. But even so, I have complete faith in you that you will help me through." So what is he next praying to? Who is he praying to? The Guru himself, the Trimurti, Lord Dattatreya. He is going to write the life story of Sri Dattatreya, and he is praying how Lord Sri Narasimha Saraswati manifested in the Kali Yuga. Why? To remove the ignorance and illumine the knowledge of the truth to those true seekers, and also to establish faith in the unrighteous, or those who have literally fallen. And like Baba said, right, I come here to uplift them. Upliftment is very important, so that someday they will get that grace and evolve on the path of Dharma. It is extremely important. So Guru is ever compassionate. He comes here to remove all the afflictions, the threefold afflictions, and establish faith and Dharma in the disciples, devotees, and in this entire universe. But again, like Baba has taught, it is only through self-effort. They are not here to perform miracles. They are not here to do some magic. The only reason why they will do certain, it's not a miracle. They make your, whatever that your desires are, they make the desire come true. Only so that they can establish that faith in you, so that you can be put on the path of Dharma, so that your spiritual weal can be attained. Thus, Saraswati Gangadhara starts with the divine narrative, the Guru Charitra. As a prelude, he gives a brief account of his lineage and of his immediate forebears. He belongs to the Kaundanyasya Gotra. He is of the 4th generation in the line reckoning from Sayamdeo, Saimdev's son was Nagnath and Nagnath's son was Deorao. All of them were staunch devotees and worshippers of Guru Nath. Saimdeo and Nagnath has the blessed privilege of being the close disciples of Guru Nath and of serving the master in his lifetime. It is because of the merit earned by them that one among their family, Saraswati Gangadhara, could become an instrument of Lord to write about the divine Leelas of the great Datta Avatar for the benefit of humanity and the world. It should, however, be understood that the life of any great saint or master, and much more so of an avatar like that of Sri Narasimha Saraswati, is like a huge iceberg lying submerged in the frozen waters of the ocean and showing but a tiny crest or a pinnacle afloat on the waters. What will be discernible to human eyes is just a tiny portion, afloat above the waters, but not the mountain-sized iceberg submerged under the waters. What is he trying to say here? He's simply saying that Lord Dattatreya is an ocean himself. He is the limitless ocean where you can't even understand or fathom him. He's unfathomable, inscrutable, incomprehensible. All you can get to see is just the surface level, the tip of the iceberg. That is all can you experience him or understand about him. There is no way can you ever understand the divine Lord, because they are Athanga Sagar, like I said, the limitless ocean. What can this mere body, which is with mind, ego, everything, can try to understand? Please remember one very important lesson. God cannot be understood through your mind. You just have to, experience him only with your heart. And how do you experience God through your heart, right? That is why the teachings are imparted. How do you do it? By going through the process by purifying your heart, your mind, and surrendering unto the lotus feet of the Guru. So the process is extremely important. It is a journey. And as you go deeper, deeper, deeper into that, you will realize that which you will have to, but not everything. That is what he's explaining here. So also in the following account of Guru Nath's life, it is but a fraction of his glory that will be delineated. It is impossible for anyone to describe the avatar's full glory. He is a mystery beyond all human comprehension. That's exactly what I was saying. You cannot comprehend. How much can you write about him? That much which is very important for the world to understand and to know. You cannot ever know or even describe them adequately. No words can describe. That is why the wise and the great wise and the knowledgeable beings also say the Vedas and the Shastras, Shrutis and Shastras also cannot describe, because they fail to describe the divine. So who can describe him? Only God can describe who is God. That too only in a very, just a dot. Only in the minuscule point, nothing more than that. That is exactly what he's saying here. And showing but a tiny crest or a pinnacle afloat on the waters. That is all, a tiny crest. That is all you can know of him. How much are you trying to use your mind to know him? You cannot. So let us, learn this entire knowledge through our heart. Let us not use our mind. See, mind is only there to imbibe. It is there as a tool. But don't use the mind to try to experiencing the divine. That is not going to be possible. So let us focus on learning him through our heart. That is why we say you have to listen and not hear. Who hears? Your mind hears. You have to listen from your heart. And that is when it will imbibe within. So whatever that little knowledge that we can take from this, it will purify our entire being. It will absolve us of all our karmas. So let us purify ourselves. God has given this grace. Lord Dattatreya has bestowed this grace. So let us evolve on this journey to understand his teachings. Namdharak is blessed with Guru Darshan. There was once a devotee named Namdharak. and who had a great yearning to visit the holy place of Ganagapur for the darshan of the sacred Guru Padukas. The Nirgun Padukas of Datta Avatar, Sri Narasimha Saraswati Deva, enshrined there. He heard most authentic anecdotes how Guru Nath continues to shower his grace on all seekers even after his Mahaprasthan, and that a pilgrimage to Ganagapur is sure to soothe the mind, to satiate the yearnings of the heart, to quench the thirst of the soul, and to allay the hunger of the spirit for all the devotees. With great expectations and hopes, Namdharak sets out from his far-off village to Ganagapur. The journey was long and arduous. He was very exhausted and had lost all his stamina. He was seized with despair as to whether he would survive and be able to reach the destination at all. Resting under a tree, Namdharak cried out in desperation, "O Gurudeva, don't you have pity and compassion on me? I may be unmerited with so many sin loads on my head, but what of it? Will a mother ever forsake her son, however bad and evil he may be? You know how devotedly my ancestors worshipped and served you. Because of that, at least show me also a little consideration, ignoring and forgiving all my lapses. If you forsake me, who can I look to? O my Lord, I will end my life if you are so callous to me." Wailing thus in anguish and desperation and fatigued by the journey, he fainted and fell unconscious. Lo, no mother ever forsakes her child. Even the cow comes seeking its calf. Namdharak had a wondrous dream. Guru Nath, Sri Narasimha Saraswati Deva, stood there before him, casting his benevolent looks upon him and placing his hand on his head, that is Namdharak's head, as a token of his blessing. Namdharak's joy knew no bounds. He fell at Guru Nath's feet. He sang out loud long hymns of praises to the Lord. He offered mental worship to him. He collected the dust from under the feet of the Lord and smeared it on his head, on his own forehead, and all over his body. He was overwhelmed with joy. So what does this explain? See, everybody has their own Ishta. Till you do not meet your Ishta, you will not be satisfied. I'll give you a beautiful story here about Hanuman. Once, Hanuman was lying in the ground near a forest in, I think, somewhere near Dwarka. He had his long tail, heavy tail. So Balram was walking towards that, and he saw this monkey, huge monkey with his huge tail lying there, and was blocking the way. He was not allowing Balram to cross. So Balram tried to lift his tail and put it aside. He couldn't. And then he tried to move his tail a few times, and the monkey wouldn't budge. And Balram, he was trying to tell him, "Can you just move?" So the monkey just looked at him, and he didn't just like pay attention. So Balram said, "Do you know who I am? I am Adishesh. So I can just, lift you and twirl you and throw you far away." So he was trying to again lift his tail. So Hanuman's expression was, "Yeah, try doing so." And he tried to lift that heavy tail. He was not even able to move. So Balram gets very frustrated and angry. So then he goes to Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, and tells him, "See, look, there is a monkey sitting here who is, blocking my way. And he's not even willing to budge. And I'm not even able to move his tail. I don't know who this monkey is." Then Lord Sri Krishna comes there to see this monkey. And the moment he comes there, he recognizes that is Hanuman. So Lord Sri Krishna, does namaskar to him. He bows down to him. So Balram asked Lord Sri Krishna, "Who is this monkey? Why are you bowing down to him?" Then he reveals to him that this is Lord Hanuman. So then even Balram does bow down to him. So after that they go back. So before going back, Lord Sri Krishna asks Hanuman, "Why are you so sad and why are you laying here?" He says, I have not met my master for for a very long time. I'm craving to see my master. I feel very sad. I don't know what to do. I really want to meet my master. Who is he saying? He's Hanuman. So who is his Ishta? Lord Sri Ram. He wants to see Lord Sri Ram. And Balram is trying to tell him, here is your master. Then Sri Krishna says, don't say anything to him. See, he can only recognize his Ishta in the Sri Ram avatar. He cannot accept Sri Krishna avatar as his master, even though it is the same manifestations. But it's Lord Krishna himself as Sri Ram, but he can't recognize him. Then he says, okay, why don't you come to Dwaraka? You come there and meet me. You will meet your master. So Lord Sri Krishna says this to Hanuman, and then they both go away. So after some days, it so happens that Hanuman is, he's pulling the trees in this forest and he's creating a havoc, he's breaking the trees. Why? Because he was very agitated that he is not able to see his master. He's very frustrated, he's disturbed. He wants to see Lord Sri Ram. Then again, Balram goes and informs Sri Krishna, saying that, look, Hanuman is destroying all this. Not Hanuman, the monkey. He says, the monkey is destroying all the trees. And Balram also forgets that he's Hanuman and he's trying to think he's a monkey and fight him. But the monkey is uncontrollable. So then when Balram informs Lord Sri Krishna, then he says, Lord Sri Krishna reminds him once again, look, that is Hanuman. He wants to meet his master, that is Sri Ram. So please let us go. He says, Rukmini, now you come in the form of Sita, and Sri Krishna, dons the form of Lord Sri Ram, and Balram goes as Lakshmana. So all the three go there, and the moment Hanuman sees him, he falls at his master and cries his heart content. He's extremely pleased, and then he calms down. So do you understand this? So everybody has their Ishta. They cannot accept Sri Krishna as Sri Ram. So the devotees who accept that form, the Ishta is Sri Ram. So for Hanuman, the form of Sri Ram is the only thing that he will adore and worship. So likewise, here Namdharak, the ardent devotee of Narasimha Saraswati, is craving to see his Gurudev. He says, look, my lineage has followed you. I want to meet you. So everybody, craves to want their Ishta. Likewise, there are devotees of Sai Baba. They can only see Sai Baba. They only crave about Sai Baba. No other form or God can please them. So, like example, in my own Krishna Guruji's case, we all crave only for Lord Sri Krishna. And my Gurudev is Lord Dattatreya. So, he is our Ishta. We recently celebrated Dattatreya Jayanti, and we also we did a Samapti of the Satcharitra. It is a very divine experience. There are those, like I keep saying, as is your faith, so are your experience. There are devotees and disciples that day who experience Dattatreya's presence here in our Krishna Ashram. Literally. And I could see my Guruji literally transformed into Lord Dattatreya himself that day. That devotion, that is what transforms them. So they come and bestow that grace. They give you that grace. And they fulfill your heart's, the crave, the devotion to see that Ishta. That is what it is all about. So every divine manifests for their devotees and disciples. So Hanuman was then pleased meeting Lord Sri Ram. Likewise here, Namdharak was blessed and he was very pleased after meeting his Gurudev. So this is how you have to. And please understand, like my Krishna Guruji will never tell anybody if someone's Ishta is Sai Baba, he will never say you follow me. He will only say please follow Sai Baba. That is how he works. He doesn't tell, oh, you should come and follow Lord Sri Krishna or you should follow me. No, it is what your innermost heart seeks. That is what you will experience. So, and most important, as is your faith, so are your experiences. If something is your Ishta, whoever that your Ishta might be, you have to hold it very tight hold unto the lotus feet of the Ishta, and the grace will come. And when your devotion is to the highest, that divine being will give you their darshan. It will manifest for you. That is the greatness of this spiritual beings, and that is the greatness of the divine Lord, Almighty Lord. They can manifest in any form that which you seek from your innermost heart, your innermost being seeks. So that is the end of chapter 1 today. With that, we will continue tomorrow in the evening. Thank you for joining Sri Guru Charitra. Thus ends the first chapter of Sri Guru Charitra, describing the dream vision vouchsafed to Namdharak by Sri Guru Nath. Glory to the all-merciful, the omnipresent, and the ever-responsive Sri Guru Nath. Thank you once again for joining Guru Charitra. See you all tomorrow in the evening from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Have a wonderful day, and with a good start of the year, may everybody have all that success, goodness, glory, love. Om Shri Mahaganapate Namaha. Om Shri Gurudev Datta. Om Shri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Digambara Digambara Shripad Vallabha Digambara. Om Shri Krishna Guru Nath Nathaya Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Devi Durgaya Namaha. Om Shri Krishna Arpanam Namastu. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum.